You were in a medically induced coma. For how long?
6 weeks. I mean, I had a few dreams that I can remember from the coma. Satan was the captain of the boat. You know, red skin, red horns, tail, you know, Satan.
So you got to spend a lot of time with Satan. Hello?
Hello?
How are you?
Good, how are you?
I'm a gecko on the internet.
Could be worse.
Absolutely, positively, 100% could be way worse.
Well, I called because I wanted to recount an experience I had recently. I recently got out of a medically induced coma.
You were in a medically induced coma. For how long?
Yes, 6 weeks.
Wow. When did you get out?
I got out of the coma late September. I got COVID in July, and I got admitted to the emergency room on the 30th, and then midway through August, they put me into a coma to hook me up to what they call an ECMO machine. It's a ECMO, because my lungs stopped working. I had been vaccinated and boosted, but, you know, guess I got a bad roll of the dice. Yeah, and so basically the machine takes your blood out of your body and takes the CO2 out and puts oxygen in, heats it up and puts it back in you. There were a few times they thought I was going to die. I don't remember that because I was in a coma. But, and then I was in the hospital until the end of December because I couldn't really move. Atrophy and all that.
Have you ever watched SpongeBob?
Yes, I have.
Do you know that guy talking about first they broke my arms and then they broke my leg? Do you know what I'm talking about? That
Yes, yeah.
You kind of sound like that guy right now. I know that's insensitive to say.
No, it's a good analogy.
Like so, I'm very curious. Like, so you had no consciousness at all for 6 weeks?
No. Yeah. And it also messes with your memory because I don't remember June or July, and that was like way before I was in the coma.
Wow, man. So when you woke up, how long did it take you to realize everything?
Well, I had a dream while I was in the coma that I had injured myself rock climbing, which is not something I do ever. So I don't know why that's what my brain came up with. And when I woke up was, are you guys going to have to amputate my arm? Because I thought I had, like, mangled it rock climbing. And she was like, dude, you have COVID. I was like, oh, okay. And then, I was in the coma on my birthday. And, I guess people came and, celebrated my birthday when I was in a coma.
That's kind of nice.
Yeah. When I woke up, there was still, this happy birthday banner and stuff, and I was like, I didn't realize it was September. And I was like, why is this, it's still July, in my head, but...
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. So, so you woke up back in September, because this was a few months ago.
Yeah.
Did you suffer any permanent brain damage from the coma?
Well, that's a hard question to answer. Not as bad as what I've heard other people have suffered, but it does sometimes affect my ability to recall words. Like it usually happens if I get kind of excited about something that I'm talking about. I will just lose the words I'm trying to say and like lose track of that entire thought. Just kind of disappear.
Do you feel like you at some point in this you said you thought you were going to die?
No, the doctor thought I was.
Okay.
I was totally unconscious.
Yeah, you didn't even know. Has this given you? I'm curious overall what kind of perspective this has given you in life. Like, did you take anything away from this experience that you have installed into your programming, or like what do you feel like this gave you perspective wise?
I mean, I feel like I just wasted a lot of time in my 20s. Specifically at the job I was working at, and it's not really something I wanted to do, but I was, I was a mechanic. I was good at it, but I didn't like doing it. And so I'm definitely thinking of a career change, and I try to make every day do something memorable and important, and so it's not just a waste of a day. But I guess that happens to a lot of people in their 20s, kind of just not do a whole lot.
So the coma gave you some perspective on you feeling like you haven't been using your time as effectively as you want. And it says you're 30 now?
Yeah.
And you turned 30 while you were in Candyland or wherever you go when you get a coma.
Yeah, I mean, I had a few dreams that I can remember from the coma.
Can you tell us them? I would love to hear.
Oh, for sure, yeah. They're a little wacky because the drugs. The next one I remember is after the rock climbing incident, transported, like airlifted to a hospital that was on a boat, like one of those giant shipping container boats. They had turned it into like a mobile hospital for whatever reason. I don't know. And while I was there, and they were like, working on me, Satan was the captain of the boat. Like, red skin, red horns, tail, Satan. He came and visited me, and he's like, "Hey, I'm the captain." He had like a captain hat on. He's like, "Hey, I'm the captain of this boat. Like, I know I'm Satan. I got a bad rap, and I'm trying to turn my life around. So I made this hospital boat to help people." And I was like, "Oh, cool, thanks, Satan." And he like helped me with like physical therapy stuff because I had like lost an arm in my dream. And at one point they took like the insides of my body, like my guts and heart and lungs and stuff, and they took it out and they gave me like a. You seen Rick and Morty?
Mm-hmm.
The gearhead dude who has like that glass body with all the gears inside of it?
Yeah.
I had a glass body like that with all my guts and stuff inside of it for a while. Because they had to like fix my real body or something. I don't know. Yeah,
Did this
I also had a dream. Oh yeah, go ahead.
did this give you a greater appreciation for Satan?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I think he gets a bad rap. You know,
Hmm.
I mean, I had grown up, you know, until I turned about 18 in like a very Jesus-centric cult, um, and you know, so I kind of haven't been a big fan of Jesus since then. So, you know, I'm down for some Satan.
It's funny. They tell you that Jesus will come when you need him the most. But sometimes Satan shows up and
Yeah, man.
like, hey man,
He's doing the boat out there.
it's hard. It's hard being the captain of a hospital on a shipping container. But if anyone can do it, it's Satan.
Satan. Yeah, for sure.
Tell me about this other dream.
Well, I had a dream that my sister, that she produced the Super Bowl, which is really weird because she doesn't like football, and I'm not a huge fan either. But it was like a really big deal, and like she got like super stressed out, but then she got to like do a bunch of cool stuff she wanted to do. Like one of her favorite bands is the Killers, and she like got to produce an album for them because she did the Super Bowl. I'm not sure how that works, but yeah, I mean those are the big three dreams. I mean, definitely the most time, air quotes, because I don't know how long the dreams were. The one that took up the most time was the Satan boat dream.
So you got to spend a lot of time with Satan.
You know, he was around. I mean, he's captain of the ship, so he couldn't just like kick it with me all the time. But we did hang out a little bit.
Did you learn anything about him that you didn't know?
He's not good at cards, which I think, you know, like gambling. I thought he'd be good at it, but not so in the dream.
Tell me more. Back to. Okay, you said you felt like you wasted a lot of life in your 20s, and then you had this coma, which knocks you out of more of your life, and now you're awake and you're talking to a gecko on the phone about how Satan visited you in a dream.
Yeah.
Tell me, have you done any memorable? You said you're trying to do memorable things every day. How is that going for you?
Well, I'm learning how to code, which is something I've always wanted to do, but I didn't really have time. And now I'm on disability because I, you know, don't have all my physical faculties yet. So I'm learning that, and that's a lot of fun. And yeah, it's something I could do as a job that I've always been interested in. You know, but never really set aside time to learn. Also, playing a lot of D&D with my friends, which is nice. Haven't done that for a few years.
That's great.
It's like scheduling is difficult, but now I'm pretty free.
So, do you feel as though you're primed moving forward to not waste as much time as you felt like you were wasting before? Do you feel you're in a good position to attack life better?
Definitely. I mean, I'm still working on getting like range of motion and like strength back because of the atrophy from the coma, but like the more stamina I get and the more like strength I get, I can, go do more stuff. Like I went on like a very small hike last weekend just to go out and be in nature, which was just fun,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Huh. Do you tell me about your friends and family? Do you live with anyone?
Well, right now I'm living with my grandmother, but I was living with roommates before the coma, and then it was like, I wouldn't have been able to move back in with them. Just I need slightly more care than I'd want to put on my friends,
Sure, yeah. Yeah. Huh. Well, I guess before I ask any more questions, is there any other aspect of this that you wanted to talk about on here that you feel like is, I don't know, integral to your experience?
Not really. No. I mean, there's nothing. They thought I was going to have to be on dialysis for the rest of my life, but my kidneys, my lungs and my kidneys just stopped working while I was in the coma, and but I got function back, full function. So
that's pretty cool.
It's funny. I weren't expecting.
Hearing you talk about this stuff, it really is making me think. I'm like, man, I really do take for granted the fact that I have working kidneys.
It's weird. Something I never thought about before, that's for sure.
I say with full confidence that I have never... this is the first time I think I'm ever thinking about my kidneys. It is right here, right now.
I'll tell you what, it really sucks. Dialysis really sucks. Because they're like taking your blood out of your body, and you get really cold, but you're also like sweating, and then you have no energy the rest of the day. It's like a really taxing ordeal.
So you wait. I'm sorry, I'm an idiot. You did have to do dialysis, or you didn't have to do it?
When I came out of the coma for a few weeks, maybe a month, I was still doing dialysis. Yeah.
Are you doing it anymore?
No. Before I even got out of the hospital, I was back to normal kidneys.
Okay, good. You know what's funny? I was just talking to someone about this today. I was just thinking about this. There's this like conflicting idea in my head about comparison to other people and their problems. Mm-hmm. This idea that, there's, children starving in Africa. There's, people whose kidneys are fucked up. So my problems actually aren't that bad. And there's two conflicting thoughts I have about that. The one is that, everyone's problems are relative, and just because, someone else has it worse than you doesn't mean that your problems aren't valid. And I think there's truth to that. But also,
mm-hmm.
Look, there are children starving in Africa, and there are people whose kidneys are fucked up. And my kidneys are pretty good, and I'm not starving, so... I should shut the fuck up and be happy.
Yeah, I think there's a balance to that, though. Like,
there's a balance, but I think the understanding that things could be way worse. I understand why that's commonly looked at as a toxic thing, but it's also pretty fucking true.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's a good thing to like kind of, realize that your problems are real, but also like keep yourself in check. Like, oh, I had a meal today, and someone didn't,
Mm-hmm.
Or I could take a piss today and somebody couldn't,
Mm-hmm. So, I mean, listen, after having gone through dialysis and now that you don't anymore, do you, on a regular basis, go, man, fucking hell yeah, I'm not doing that anymore. Today is a great day just because I didn't have to do that.
Oh yeah, every day at least.
Oh, every day?
At least once.
See, that's the thing, right?
Yeah.
Is every day you've got, and tell me if I'm wrong, but every day you've got to have some kind of higher baseline of happiness just by the feeling of gratefulness of thank God I don't have to do that shit anymore. You know, thank God I made it out of that coma, you know. Do you feel that?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like my baseline for happiness is lower. Like it doesn't have to be like, nothing crazy has to happen. Like if I can take a piss, I'm like, sweet.
Oh yeah.
Good day.
Good day. Great day. If you took a piss and you go outside and your arms move, that's a great fucking day. I've really been thinking about this so much lately. It's you really do have everything you need to be happy, like just right in front of you if you can breathe and drink water and shit. You know, I'm really trying to bring my baseline. I'm glad to hear that your baseline has gotten lower. I'm trying to bring mine down as well.
Yeah. I mean, I did it a hard way. I wouldn't recommend the coma.
Mm-hmm.
You know, but hey, it worked.
Yeah, I don't see myself going to a doctor and asking him if he could do dialysis on me just so that I can be stoked.
Just so I know.
Just so I know how bad it could get. Although I don't know, maybe I will do that. You know, if I'm ever feeling that's what I should do. Next time I'm feeling depressed, I should go to a doctor and ask them to take all of the blood and piss out of my body, so that I know how hard it could really get.
Yeah.
James, it's been a pleasure talking to you, man. I appreciate you sharing all this stuff with us. It's good food for thought. Is there anything else you want to say to me or the people of the computer before we go?
Just have a good day. You know, remember, think about all the good things you got, because you don't know how long you're gonna be here.
Try to appreciate what's good in life, and when in doubt, hail Satan.
Hail Satan.
See ya. Hello?
Oh, my God. Is this the Geck?
Yeah, who is this?
This is Anna.
Hi, Anna. How are you doing?
I'm pretty solid, just Instacarting, making some money right now. Life could be better.
Okay, this caught my eye here. I need to know what's going on. You told the call screener that I saved you from being sex trafficked?
Yes, you 100% did. I'm
really?
so serious. Okay, yeah, I'm 100% serious.
How?
Okay, I'll take you through it. So I called in about 2021. It was like about this time of year, and I was calling because I was like in this relationship with this couple. It was like a throuple or whatever, and it was very weird.
I remember exactly who you are.
Are you being so for real? Shut up.
I remember exactly who you are. You were in a thing with this older couple that sounded extremely sex trafficking.
Yes. Oh.
And your
so cool.
friends.
Anyways.
And your friends told you not to do it. Am I correct? Your friends were telling you to get out of there, right?
Yes, but it was I wasn't comfortable really going into whatever. It was weird, but it was not weird enough to set off any alarms in my brain. So I was okay,
right.
My friends, they're they're looking out for me. They're gonna tell me to go the second that it seems weird. But at my head, I was oh, they're buying me stuff and life is good. Obviously being woven into whatever trap they're trying to set for me. And then I told you about it. And you were at first you're well, this is not that weird. And I was okay, yeah, you're right. But then you were hold on. because they told me to go on a trip with them to Puerto Rico, and you said, do not go on that trip. Seems very right now. And after your advice, I completely blocked them.
Oh my God.
Like completely stopped seeing them. Yeah.
Holy shit.
And and this is the kicker, the dude got arrested for false imprisonment among some other charges. And the people who were in the social circle we were with were like, yeah, like he was involved with like sex trafficking. Like this is 2 years later that I'm just now finding this out.
Holy shit.
Like crazy.
Damn, you know what's crazy? It is I'm reading because look, I just show up on this Twitch stream and fuck around and say things, and now I'm like, oh no, I actually influence decisions that people make.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Dude,
terrifying.
I could be like dead or worse right now. So like, I'm so for real. I just wanted to say thank you because I respect the hell out of you and your show. But like, I'm so serious. Like, you saved my life, and thank you.
Jesus.
I'm so grateful.
Well, a couple things. I appreciate your appreciation, but I think you and your own wits about the situation saved your life. Perhaps in talking with me, those were activated somehow. But you at the end of the day, you were the one that made the smart decision to get out of there. So I hope you give yourself some credit for that. Okay. And by the way, I totally remember this. I don't know what episode it is or whatever. Somebody will find it, but yeah, I totally remember this call. How old were you when you called me? You were like, how long ago was this? You said 2 years?
I was fresh. I was like almost turning 20, and now I'm like almost turning 22.
Wow. When is the last time you saw this couple?
I mean, I saw them, like, I'm telling you, like, after that phone call, and what you said about me, activating it, that makes perfect sense, but, like, I completely blocked them. Like, they would hit me up on other platforms, and I just wouldn't talk to them. Like,
Holy
just cold
shit.
turkey. It was kind of hard, because, like, not gonna lie, like, the way they kind of approached me and would give me things, and I was a broke college student, like, who wouldn't want those, presents and gifts? So, like, I was kind of, like, sad to let it go, but now I'm so glad I did.
Wow. Oh, man. Well, I feel like I lost you a bunch of money, so maybe that kind of it all balances out. I feel bad for that.
Yeah. Oh. I got a bone to pick with you, though.
Oh, God.
You
I thought we were cool.
are coming to Atlanta. No, we're so cool. Trust me, Gek. You are always cool in my books, but you're coming to Atlanta. I'm from Atlanta, and I'm so glad. But I'm studying abroad in Tokyo, and you don't have a show in Tokyo. So, like, I've been, like, making these plans to go to all your shows. Like, I'll be in Tokyo when you're supposed to be here.
It's a shame. Yeah, I did a show in Tokyo back in December. That was fun, but I don't know if I'll ever do it again. Yeah, maybe, who knows? Well, shit. Why? What? You live in Atlanta? Well, just fly back.
Trust me, looked up the plane tickets. But I am going. Okay, all is not lost. I'm going to the Greenville and North Carolina show.
Oh, okay, great. All right, so I'll see you. You definitely got to come on stage and we got to talk about this in person because this is fascinating. Well, okay, actually, I mean, look.
Are you for
tell
real?
me, I am for real. But I want to know. I mean, while we're on the phone together, okay. So you called me 2 years ago. You were talking to this older couple. It was fucking sketch as hell. We talked about it. You decided you're not going to talk to them anymore. Fucking found out the guy was a sex trafficker. That's insane. Where are we at now? What are you doing with your life? You were a broke college kid. You were relying on these folks for money and whatnot. What's going on with your life these days?
Well, unfortunately, still a broke college student. But that's c'est la vie. But I am saving up to study abroad in Tokyo right now. I leave pretty soonish. So I'm Instacarting and doing anything I can to make money. Basically anything. Life is it's okay. Sorry, this is so what is it? Off irrelated, but unrelated. Jesus Christ. Unrelated, but someone was going to pay me a lot of money to have sex with him and shit. But I was like, knowing my luck with stuff like this, probably shouldn't. But it would have been my whole month's salary in 2 hours.
Well, Anna, I am honored to save you from being sex trafficked again by telling you to not do that. Yeah. At least I'd like to believe I'm not this naive, but maybe just money is my weakness. Maybe money is everyone's weakness. Look, well, here's the thing. Look, I'll tell you this. Look, if you want to go do sex work and whatever it is, OnlyFans or texting folks, go for it if that's what you want to do, but just be safe.
Yeah. I guess the kicker is I don't really talk to, I can talk to a gecko that does therapy online about this, but it's not like I want to ask the world about what any kind of advice relates to this, but it's one of those things where I'm just in a weird position in my life, and we've all been there, where we just want to do anything we can because we're in our 20s, and that's where I'm at right now. So I'm just trying to get the cash to do it.
Anna, you're a hungry hustler. You're trying to make it big in this world. I appreciate that about you. And I remember feeling this way when we talked for the first time, that you were you had this this vivaciousness, maybe you could call it, vitality for life. You want to get out there, you want to experience, you want to go, you want to do. Great impulses to have, but balance them out a little bit by trying to build a bit of a better judgment as to what may or may not get you in a bad situation. Is that fair to say?
I blame that's 100% fair. I blame my undeveloped frontal lobe at times. I give it 3 years and I'll be there. But yeah, I got to filter out the not so great ones. Mm-hmm. It's just hard when there's a big payday attached to it.
How is Instacart going?
Let me tell you, Gek. People, okay, I will go around the grocery store. I'll get paid $8 to shop around for an hour, sometimes longer, and then deliver it to people's houses, and then they tip me. But, it's kind of weird to tip on groceries because you're thinking, well, it's not like a service you normally have. You feel like you have to tip. So I am here making nothing. Luckily, I've done this long enough. I know how to hustle and, get the best, jobs and find people who will tip more. But I swear, it is so tiring. I know my way out of a grocery store like the back of my hand now, but it just doesn't feel like it's worth it.
I can see being an Instacarter and daydreaming about how much more lucrative prostitution would be.
Yeah. You
but
get it.
Be safe, Anna. Okay, don't do anything wild. Keep trying to live a fun and good life. And I don't know. Yeah, it might be more boring to do Instacart, but at the end of the day, at least you're not in danger. And here's the thing: is that if somebody kills you, you can't go to Tokyo at all. You can't go anywhere ever again if that happens. So
I
It's
can't
actually
go to your show.
your own
And-
safety. Looking after your own safety, it's actually part of fulfilling your vitality for a crazy life. Because if you are not safe and you die, you can't do stuff. That's one of the parts. That's one of the tenets of death.
Yeah, death is kind of permanent and irreversible, but it's coming. I get that.
Well, Anna,
I will be sick.
listen, I'm like I said, I feel a lot worse after this call because now I'm realizing. Now I'm thinking about all the people that I didn't save from impending doom by telling them that they should do stuff.
Remember what you said? Remember what you said? It was, at the end of the day, it was my impulses, and I did it myself. Okay, you can't blame yourself. If you tell me I can't say it's all on you, you can't say it's all on you as well.
You know what, Anna? You're goddamn right.
Mhm.
Everything everyone does is their fault, not mine.
Hey, you're just a gecko on the internet.
And is there anything else you want to say to the people at the computer before we go?
Oh, gosh. I've been so excited to do this. I have nothing planned, but I just want to say I'm excited. But, yeah. Just live life, see what happens, go with the flow, chase that bag, but do it safely.
Thank you for calling, Anna.
No problem. Have a nice night, Gek.
Trying to think of what I make of that. I try not. Well, I don't know because I try not to tell people what to do. But I'm glad I told her what to not do, so that she didn't get sold. I feel like that was a good thing to do. I'm still gonna try not to tell people what to do, though.
Holy shit, I think I'm on.
Yep, you are.
Oh, hey, what's up, Lyle? How's it going?
Going good. How are you?
I'm chilling. So I'm not gonna waste your time here. I'm gonna keep it real with you.
Cool.
So I called today because I just review bombed a former employer, and now I'm kind of feeling conflicted about it. You know, because now they're taking it as an affront that like my review is going to affect their family. It's almost like, you know, like sea otters when they're like, "Oh, don't kill me, predator," and then they put like the baby in front of it to try to get compassion. That's what it feels like. But I still stand by it.
It's a really
That makes
specific analogy. All right, tell me more. Tell me what this business is. Tell me why things ended in such a way that would make you want to do this, and then tell me what your conflicting feelings are.
Yeah. So, it's a boba shop, and I worked there for about a year. Essentially, you know, they started me working like really high hours, and then slowly they started to drop down. Then they're like, "Hey, you know what? We're gonna make you a shift lead." I took it because I was like, "Hey, raise? Fuck yeah!" And then I was like, "Wait, this job fucking sucks." And I just kind of realized, like, I don't like any of my coworkers. I don't like any of this. And then out of nowhere, they all started blaming me for like for the store being super messy. And I'm like, my guy, I'm cleaning out here. Nobody else is cleaning, you know? So I'm like, what the fuck? So they took out down my hours more without telling me that was the reason why. The manager at the time said, "Yeah, so we're taking down your hours because we're training new staff." But then when I talked to the owner about it, he was like, "They said it was because you're uncleanly." I was like, what the fuck? So, you know, like, I quit. And I've had a job now for about a month. And then I guess they've been getting a string of bad reviews. And my friend was like, "Yeah, they want us to write good reviews, and they'll give $10 if we write like a 5-star review." And I'm like, man, that's kind of scummy. So I put a 1-star review, and I put how like sometimes they sell expired boba, and I called it muck tea, not milk tea. And I even put, it's almost like management pays staff to write 5-star reviews. And now it's like, because it's not like a corporation. It's like, it's weird. It's like a franchise sort of a deal. So it's like family run. It's like the worst parts of a family run business and the worst parts of the corporation in one business.
All right, let me ask you a couple questions here.
Yeah.
This thing about how they sometimes serve expired boba.
Mm-hmm.
Is that true?
Yes. I've got pictures of it. My friend done it, and I'm like, ooh, that's kind of icky. They found cockroaches there, maggots.
Have you had the boba at the shop?
I have, but not when it was expired. I got it when it was okay to eat it.
Is it good?
And it's like mid at best. And I don't say mid as in just bad. Okay. I mean actually middle tier.
All right, let me ask you this question.
Yeah.
What do you actually think of this boba shop?
I really don't like it. I felt really dicked around the entire time I worked there. Everything there was a hassle. And I don't know. It's almost, I feel bad for doing it, but at the same time, it's therapeutic, both quitting and the bad review in a way.
So my thing with the bad review is that, look, you didn't lie. You gave, in my opinion, your honest review of this boba place.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
So I don't think that you necessarily did anything wrong. Yelp what is he, fucking Yelp?
Yeah.
Look, Yelp exists for people to come on and give their honest reviews of these businesses and products. And you gave an honest review of this business.
Yeah.
You didn't lie. I think it would, if these guys had if you had lied about the expired boba thing, I would have thought that was fucked up. But if it's the truth, it's the truth,
It is true. It is true. And
go ahead.
Oh no, I already lost my train of thought.
Okay, so this company. Why? Here's what I don't understand. Why does this fucking boba shop, all right, they got a bad review. Why are they acting like it's the end of the universe for them and that they need to, beg you to get rid of it?
That's a big question I've always had too, because even when I started working there, they're like, we got one-star review, guys. We need you guys to put a 5-star review and we'll pay you $15 to do it. And it's like, whoa, what the heck? It's just a 1-star review,
Are these
what you're
Jewish saying. Boba shop owners?
Nah, they're Asian, but the way they handle their money. I'm sorry, that's bad. I can't say that. I don't think.
I'll give you the one Jew pass that I can give you.
All right, thank you, Lyle. They're a smidge Jewy with their money.
All right.
They drastically underpaid everybody.
Slow it down, my friend. You're taking the pass too far.
I'm sorry. Okay. I'm sorry.
It's okay. It's all right, Zach. Listen, Zach. Here's my thing though. Why do you keep why are you fighting with these folks? You know what I'm saying? What's the at what point does continuing to engage with this conflict hurt you?
I don't know, because if anything, I almost feel like putting that review after the dust had already settled from me already quitting, because it's been a few weeks since I quit. It almost feels childish to me. Why am I doing this? Why am I spending the energy when I'm done?
That's
and I'm kind of sitting here with
myself.
About. Yeah, I don't know if you ever heard of Marcus Aurelius' Meditations. But there's some stuff I've been, looking at and thinking about and trying to apply to my life. And I'm sitting here
Okay.
like, what is this adding? What is this adding to the world?
I mean, the truth is fucking nothing. You're engaging in this. I mean, look, here's because you told the truth, which is why I don't think you did anything necessarily wrong. But again, you fighting with this boba store, and you're familiar with the idea of something living in your head rent free. That's what's going on here. If you continue to engage in this conflict, and so look, if I were you, No, I love the Stoic philosophy shit, because, I mean, this is not adding anything to your life at all.
Yeah. Exactly.
So I would drop it.
I don't know. Yeah, I think I'm going to go with that, Lyle. I think I'm going to go with that. I think
cool.
I think that's just it. I think I'm going to leave it where it's at.
Is there anything else you want to say to the people at the computer before we go?
Boom. Boom, boom, boom.
I don't know what that means.
Bye, Lyle.
Okay, have a good one, man. All right. No more Jew joke passes. Hello?
Hello. What's up, Lyle?
Who is this, man?
This is Bino. My name's Bino.
What's going on with you, Bino?
That's crazy. People actually do. You do sound different. That's crazy. But so with me, I would say, out of this issue right now, a tough decision. So I do TikTok live streams, and I tend to make out with an anime cutout of a Naruto character for like shock value. And I'm not sure which way I should go with, like, I get a lot of comments where, they're pretty harsh. And I'm debating if I should continue on doing it for my TikTok career.
Okay, so you make out with a cardboard cutout of a Naruto character for live streams, and you're debating whether or not you want to continue doing it because you get a lot of negative comments, and that makes you want to not do it.
Yes.
Okay, so we know the reasons for you to not do it. What are the pros? What do you enjoy doing about this that would keep you doing it?
So the big thing is that it makes a lot of people stop and like actually watch it. So I get a lot of views when I make out with the Naruto character, and it's also, I find it kind of funny. There's a lot of people who don't really like it, but that's part of the, I don't know. Yeah.
Okay, so you do it because it's a little funny. And I agree. It's like, it's kind of funny. It's a little funny. And it gets you views.
Yes.
Okay. So I look, I think you should keep doing it if you enjoy doing it and if you think it's funny. I think it would be tragic of you to stop doing it just because people on the internet are saying that it's weird. I think that's not a good reason to stop doing something.
Yeah, so the big thing is like they say a lot of things like go touch grass, you get no girls, you're ugly, and like they even get down to the point where they're calling me like a pedo for it, even though it's like a character of age and it's cardboard.
Okay. And so, all right, let me ask you this.
The pedo thing really bothers me. I hate that shit.
Sure, I understand that. I mean, are you self-conscious about, like, that you don't touch grass or that you don't get girls or about any of these things that people are saying about you?
I'm pretty, like, I know I touch grass and get girls, so, but it is annoying, and it's hard for me to like do a live and not kind of start to get upset a little bit and get mad a little bit, you know?
Well, all right. Well, listen. All right, you know that you get girls. You said it just now. You know that you touch grass. You know that you're not a pedophile. Right? You know those things. You know those things very well. You're confident in them.
Right.
So
yeah.
why does it
right.
matter that people on the internet are saying anything about them?
Lyle, does it not hurt when you get like comments of like people like, "Oh my God, he's an old man in a gecko costume. He's so lame." You know that doesn't hurt at all.
You know what? I'm gonna tell you this, man. I was thinking about that later. I'm glad you asked me that. I do. I'm very lucky that the internet is largely very kind to me. But yeah, I mean, everyone who has ever done anything publicly on the internet has received negative comments, no matter what the fuck it is. Everyone who's ever put themselves out there in any capacity on the internet has received negative comments, and everyone has their own kind of relationship with dealing with them. And I mean, here's my thing: is I am trying over here. I am doing my damn best. I am putting on a gecko costume. I am showing up. I am talking to people on the phone. I am posting it on the internet. And that's all I give a shit about, is that I tried. I gave it a shot. I got up out of my bed and put on the fucking suit and sat in the chair and did the thing. You got out of your bed. You decided, you know what? I'm going to try to do something funny because maybe it'll make somebody else laugh. At the very minimum, it makes me laugh. And you tried. Right?
Yeah.
So to me, that's all that matters. And if people want to say things that are negative, people can say whatever they want about me. They can say whatever they want about you. But we tried. We gave it a shot. We could have not. I totally don't have to be the hero. I totally don't have to be talking to you right now. You totally don't have to go make out with an anime character on TikTok. We don't have to do it.
Right.
We could have not done it, but we did it. And that's all that matters, is that we gave it a shot. And that's what I think about when somebody says something negative on the computer.
Yes. Yeah, you're right about that. Yeah, you're definitely right, because it is, everybody receives negative comments. Yeah, I guess I just gotta learn how to cope with it or ignore it.
I mean, this is this is a skill what you're doing here. I know it sounds like I'm saying that facetiously, but you are putting yourself out there. You are learning. You know what I've learned? I've learned to like take the hit. When I read people say things about me, I've learned to just take the hit. To just let it, like suck it in. It's like, learning how to get punched in the stomach. You tighten up your fucking gut and you just take the hit. And it feels a little good in a weird way to just be like, I can take that. But I've been reading negative shit about me on the internet. As I said, people are mostly kind, but I feel like I've learned to take the hit. So next time you see something negative, just learn to take the hit and realize that what you're doing every time you read a negative comment and you don't let it get to you is you're becoming more powerful at the skill of putting yourself out there. And that skill of putting yourself out there is just so fucking valuable because you can do anything with it. So continue making out with the anime cardboard shamelessly and just take the hits.
I think you're right, probably, for the most part.
What's your TikTok?
Eventually...
No, go ahead. Tell me what you're going to say. Tell me what you're going to say first.
I was just going to say, I forgot what I was going to say. But
you were going to say that eventually you said eventually I will blank.
yes, eventually I think I'll become numb to it, probably. I think
Oh yeah.
it'll come to that.
That's when you start to have a superpower that you can use for evil.
Is that
or for
right?
good. Oh yeah.
Is it so? That's what you have.
I mean, I'm not perfect. You know, I'm sure people say things that I'm like, you know, I'm getting better and better at taking the hits. I'm not gonna say I have the superpower, but I'm with you. I'm trying to get there.
Okay. All right. Sweet. Yeah, we can do it together.
What's your TikTok?
It's Vibin with Bino. So VIBINWITHBENO.
Okay.
Vibin with
All right.
Bino.
Next time I do a TikTok live, I'll bring you in, and I'll just hang out.
Oh no
while
way.
you make out with the fucking. While you make out with the
Hell
Naruto
yeah.
character.
Let's go. That'd be super.
It'll be quite a live
awesome,
stream.
man.
All right. Bino, anything else you want to say to the people at the computer before we go?
I do have a question for you.
Yeah. What's
Have
up?
you ever thought about having Ethan or Ela Klein from H3H3 on your podcast? Or on your
Yeah, I was
stream?
on. It's crazy. I was on H3. I was on H3 a year ago, and I still all the time
Really?
have people. Well, I was on there a year ago, and I all the time people are like, "Yeah, I recognize you from H3," and I'm like, "Man, that's crazy that people are still finding me from that a year ago." But yeah, I might reach out. You know, I know he's a busy man, but
Yeah, no, you guys have a lot in common. You know, you're both Jewish and on the internet, so that's
we
cool.
are both Jewish.
I think you
and on
guys
the
would
internet.
be. Yeah, you guys.
When you
would be
put it
best,
like that,
I
it's
think.
really a match made in heaven. Bino.
I know.
Anything else you want to say to the people at the computer before we go?
Yeah, I love everybody. I watch your podcast all the time at work. I was listening today. Honestly, since you told me this, it gave me a lot of motivation. I haven't really been, really been posting a lot. So I think this is like the good boost that I needed. So thank you, Lyle. Appreciate it.
Well,
Love
everyone,
everybody.
well, look, everyone's gonna follow you on TikTok now and just comment about what a mega Chad you are. So,
Let's go. Yeah. Chad.
thanks for
gang.
calling, Bino.
Bye, Lyle. Love you.
Let's see. What do I actually think about negative comments on the internet? I don't know. I'm not. By the way, I just want to clarify something because I feel like just now I maybe painted an unrealistic portrait. Because Bino said he was like, I said it becomes a superpower, which I do believe, and then he was like, so that's what you have. I just want everyone to anytime this is to me the danger of getting too advicey on here, which I don't like to fucking do, but I do anyway because I just get lost in it or whatever. Is I don't say this shit from a point of I've mastered it. I would like to think I've gotten decent at doing what I was just talking about, taking the hits when people say shit about me on the. It's certain things that it's certain things that I don't care about and certain things I do. It's the things that I am the most that I'm the least if I'm not self-conscious about something, and somebody said if somebody says like the gecko got really fat, I'm like I know it doesn't bother me. But if someone says like, oh, the show is bad or this or whatever, then it bothers me a little bit because whatever, I want it to be good. But at the end of the day, what I cling to in those moments is that I tried. So whatever, if it was bad that day, at least I woke up and did something, and that's what I cling to. But I'm not a master by any means of any of the fucking things that I tell people about on this stream. I am merely a gecko on the computer.